the Lovers, and then I had the Wheel of Fortune, both reversed. Mess, 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 mess. That's right now though. So like right now, like it's a little bit hard for me. Like the Lovers is talking about a lot of snakes in the garden. So this could be just like, I don't know. There's like things that I need to get under control. Whether that be like just finite problems, computer problems, not having a nice camera, like that could be like a snake in the garden, like, you know, not having that could really be a snake in the garden that's bad. And like timing wise, this isn't too good of a timing right now. Like the lot of fortune isn't saying that I'm gonna win. And also the six of oh shit, and the Six of Pentacles is like saying, well, also like you're not being able to get sustained from this right now, because like the Six of Pentacles is like, it's like the lot of it's like the decade of material success, and so it's like when it's reversed, it's like you need to like you need to get more lucrative. You need to get more back to the drawing board. You need to figure some other things out. It's like there needs to be a little bit bigger to the picture. You need to kind of add some more things, definitely. Um, the 3 and the 12 are my foundations. So like I do have big hopes. Like the 12 is like I do have big dreams, right? And so that's the good thing. It's like I got big dreams, you know what I mean? The 3 of Pentacles, and like I'm working to fulfill them. Like I'm going really hard. And like the Star is just like things aren't at my favor. My savior. My savior. I'm kidding. But things aren't in my favor. Going in my favor. It's like kind of like things being a little bit difficult for me. Like kind of like the situation isn't really conducive to my environment. Like it's not really like outside influences steering things in different directions. But ultimately, like I got like a good foundation. Like I'm calling that a good foundation, ladies and gentlemen. So my immediate past is like the Page of Swords and the Fool reversed. It's like people told me, it's like, you know, people were like told me like, no, don't do this, like don't do that. You're gonna have like a bad, you know, you're gonna have a bad journey. And so like I feel like I still went with it. This would also just be like that work that I think I went to. Because like usually the Page of Swords is like it's like the Witness, right? So it's like the Witness, but it's more grounded than the other Swords card. It's more so like the Page of Swords is like a witness, and they can't, when they're reversed, it's like they can't really help but feel a certain way. Like they saw this thing, and so they like thinking about something. It could be like an errant state of mind, you know what I mean? And the Fool being reversed is like kind of like knowing expectations and just like doing them anyway, and like kind of like getting fucked up in the process, like on the Fool's journey. So this would be like me taking my first step. Maybe the Page of Swords, it's like a little bit of things, not having everything right at the first hand, and definitely like that's definitely I can like definitely the Page of Swords I think is reading me to filth a little bit, but honestly, yeah, having the end in the beginning in mind. Damn. What else? I feel like that it's also like but not like bad. Like the Page of Swords can just be like more talking about everything. It's like, yeah, this happened and this happened, and then this happened and then this happened, and I wouldn't do that ever because this isn't gonna turn out well, so don't do that. So it can be like being that and going from that. Also talking about like just like taking the Fool's journey and kind of just like going into things, just like a lot of misconceived. I would also say like having things wrong. That's another thing I would say. Having things wrong. Like having things wrong about a certain concept and then being proven wrong. You know, definitely being proven wrong. And I've been having to be proved wrong about Twitch, about being able to be an astrologer, and technically a psychic. I don't really call myself a psychic. I call myself a tarot reader. I mean, like, I don't know, like, I don't know. Maybe I should get like more grounded in that. But honestly, like, I just call myself a tarot reader. Like, I don't really feel, I don't really want to attach anything that like, because I feel like when you start doing that, people like want to say things. So I'm just like, I don't really give a shit. You know, I don't need to do that. I'm not that, so I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna put anything on me that I don't believe. You know what I mean? 100%. And I don't really believe in like that psychic. Like I believe like, you know, but also at the same time, like I believe that you can kind of use that a little bit to your advantage. Like I feel like people have gifts, but at the same time, I don't feel like leading with that first is like, because I have other gifts, and I feel like psychic is like I haven't worked for it, you know, and like I have worked for it, you know, so like I don't want to give that impression off when I say that I haven't worked for this, because I've worked really damn hard for this. You know what I mean? So like when I don't ever say psychic just for that reason, because I feel like it gives off the impression that like I just collapsed into this. You know, it's all by chance. You know what I mean? No, 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 no. This isn't by chance. I've worked very hard to be where I am. So like that's another thing. 6 to 15 is so 6 to 15 is immediate future, 1 month. So immediate future. Okay, so like this is like some secrets being revealed. The moon is like some. It's like kind of like it's always is like revealing of things, like a reveal. In what context? I think it's like more of like my true inhibitions, like my true passions, like what I want to do, how I want to focus this stream, like kind of getting things together, like getting more serious about like how I can do this. Because the Four of Cups, when the Four of Cups is reversed, it's like kind of like you have an idea. It's like you're kind of waking up from a trance, not a trance, but like you're waking up and you have like a lot of a guide. You have like a guide. You have a set point of where you want to be. But there's some things that like are kind of spread out, and so it's like kind of like about gathering those things. It's like about like kind of making them more pushed and formed together. You have to be more. This can also just be like, in another sense, this can also be like you have something in mind, like you don't want this, you don't want that, you want that, you want that right there. You don't want anything else like what you've seen. You want something completely different, and that's so true. Like that's what I want. Like I don't want this stream to be anything like really like I want it to be fun and everything, but at the same time I want to talk about things in length, you know. I want to be able to like break things down, and I want it to be healthy in that I'm not going to do anything that I feel like is going to steer people in the bad direction with their energy, you know. I'm not going to do that with anyone. So like I don't know if I'm going to do as much true crime as I talked about doing, honestly, because I feel like true crime is I don't have that skill. Like I'm just not that one. You know, I'm not I don't think that's for me. I don't think true crime is for me. I think it's too deep. I think it's way too I think it's someone with different like with more premonition abilities. I feel like there's people that can do that. I am not the best. I am not the one for that. So I don't think it's good for me to do that true crime just because like I'm not. I mean, I could learn it, but I don't feel like that's where I would shine. I feel like it's so dark that I don't even want to touch it because there's families and there's people that lives that really impacts, and I don't want to say anything about them. You know what I mean? Because they're pushed into the spotlight when they don't deserve to be pushed into the spotlight. You had surgery? Good! Hell yeah! How was it? Was it good? It's good. I'm glad you had it today because honestly, if you had it, if you waited, and if you had done it after Scorpio, if you had done it like 20 days, it'd be bad. But I'm glad you did it today. I hope it goes well. I hope it goes well. Ugh. I hope that card out. Boy, I'm going to sleep. Night, everybody. Good night. Have a good night. Okay, wait. I want to keep going with this reading. So, okay, so let's keep going with the reading. Okay, so, and the moon is also just like, thank you, Isabella. Thank you so much for coming. Love ya. Thank you, Isabella. But yeah, the moon, like, also I'm a Pisces, so this makes sense. This is also intuition, healing. Excuse me. maybe even like kind of well, actually, it really would be just like letting loose with like kind of just letting loose with what I want to be done. Kind of like this is what I want. Like just opening up completely, just like letting down of all walls. Um, so that's that for those cards. That's like my 1 month future. Thank you, Thank you, Screepo. Have a good night, Screepo. Thank you, and I hope things go well. I can't remember what card I pulled, but we'll talk about it. If you want to talk about it, we'll talk about it. I will, everything. I feel like everything we can talk about in length, no matter what. No matter what. But have a good night. Have a good night, Screepo. Have a good night, Isabella. I'm doing a reading on myself. It's actually pretty good. It is actually pretty damn good. I don't want to like, if you're wanting a clincher, if you're wanting for me to throw that to you, I am doing a reading on myself. It's pretty good. I just passed the 1 month mark on it. We're gonna get into the 2 month future, 2 to 3 month future. So let's do this, which would be 5 to 14. So 2 to 3 month future. Me not really able to force my will, kind of trusting people I shouldn't. I don't really know. That could be like other people that I might kind of getting lost into things, like getting lost in the sauce. The 2 and 3 of cups, this would be like kind of me idling, not really doing what I wanted. This is definitely like other people's ideas kind of getting in my own way. Especially with the 2 of Wands being me not able to assert my will as much as I would like to. And the 3 of Cups would maybe be even like falling into a bad habit of maybe being with a clique or something. Not a clique, but like just gossip, hearsay, like stuff like that, trust issues. Making sure that like, I don't know, because I might be like worried and I don't know, it's like me being silent. That would be like me being silent. I don't know. 19. Okay. Okay, 4 or 5 months. 4 or 5 months. Okay, so 4 or 5 months. Oh, 10 of Pentacles. I'm still not there. I am still not there. 4 or 5 months, ladies and gentlemen. I still not made it. But I'm farther away, but I'm getting there. Like, things are getting better. The Death card being upright would be like a change that like I'm kind of good with. This would be like changes happening. This would be like long-term, like me kind of like, kind of getting a foot in the door a little bit. Like, kind of being able to deal with the changes necessary. So that's that. Then the future, which is the longest future out, the 4 to 5 months. That was the 4 to 5 months, right? So that would be me getting close for 4 to 5 months. Then 6 months. This would be... Oh my god. Look. Oh my god. I'm the King of Cups. I'm the King of Cups in 6 months. Guys, clock at the house. 6 months. In 6 months. Okay, Royal, you're here. So in 6 months. Okay, so it's October. So November, December, January, February, March, my birthday, April. 6 months, ladies and gentlemen. In 6 months, things are gonna be like, it's gonna be like escandalo, not scandalo, escandalo in a good way. I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if you can have that. Okay, I'm not making any sense. That don't make no sense. That makes me happy. That card make me happy. That card make me happy. When I see good cards, I'm happy. You know that I'm happy when I see good cards. I'm happy. But seriously, like that makes me like I'm vibing. Like oh.